of stuff that we can talk about.
Let's get started.
This is all really great radio. We should include it in the radio show.
Yeah.
Okay, let me wake up Stream Deck. This is I don't like that update to Stream Deck that it turns itself off. I like looking at all the pretty lights even if I'm not using it. Maybe they were burning themselves out. Whatever.
You won't hear the audio in the beginning. You got it.
Yeah, you're gonna hear the audio if I have this set right. No, yeah, yes. You will hear the audio, but they'll hear you, so no quiety talkie. Okay, we're gonna do a show now in 5. What?
That sentence didn't make sense.
Here we are, we're back again. We're gonna do a show now in 5, 4, 3.
You're listening to the Converted Podcast, the podcast about the guild Convert to Raid on Airy Peak, US.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 128 of the Converted Podcast, the World of Warcraft podcast for the Convert to Raid Guild on Airy Peak, US. Today is May 14th, 2018. It's just about 6:15 p.m. Airy Peak local time. Thank you very much for joining us. Sal, what's going on this week?
In this episode, we have BlizzCon tickets, your converted shoutouts, Turarts and Esh with the Guild Haps, and a converted newcomer repping the raid team Gruuls gone wild. We have Ramo.
That's right. Welcome to the show, Ramo. I just want to let our audience know, be very careful when you Google search Gruuls gone wild. Ramo, how you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing fantastic. I am Barfolomew, your mouth-watering, menacing madman of an MC, and with me tonight is Sal Mysis the Shaman. Sal, what's up?
I am doing very well. I finally got to have my way with Berserker and Navox the other day on Unshackled Fury. Do you ever listen to Unshackled Fury? It's pretty awesome. Whenever they decide to make an episode. But our my dear friends Berserker and Navox have this podcast that's largely themed around being a warrior. Okay, it's all fury and rage, and it's funny, it's good, and it's at first it was Berserker doing like a scene, like just him, but then you add a little bit of Navox to something. You just put a little Navox in your coffee, everything just gets better, So that was already a good podcast, and then they brought in Navox. Then they substantially lowered the quality of their show this past week because they had me on there. And I just went in, and I've known those two guys for years now. I was on a raid team with Berserker for multiple years. Navox used to be a host on this show, so I know them well, and I just came in throwing shade in every direction. Like someone's older sister came in and started swatting them on the head. So I recommend Unshackled Fury. Okay, the two guildies, by the way, two guildies, two raiders, two people who love lore. If you want a podcast where two grown men geek out over lore, this is the podcast for you. And my Westworld podcast is doing pretty well. It kind of took off. Our downloads are great. Electricstreams.com is where to find it. It's called Pariahcast, and it is fun. Did anyone else watch last night's Westworld episode 4?
I am officially now 2 episodes behind.
Dude. Episode 4? Dude.
Does it get real? I hope it gets real.
I can't. I mean, after you watch episode 4, I need you to call me immediately.
We'll chat.
Okay.
We'll chat. We got to talk about Avengers too, man. We'll have conversations.
I need you to call me immediately.
There are enough
theater.
There are enough guildies who know where I live that if I were to spoil any Avengers, there would be like phone messages and Discord conversations about, okay, what's the best way to get to Barf's house and beat him up? How do we do it like in an organized fashion? So I, out of concern for my own personal safety, shall not be spoiling either Avengers or Westworld.
So like, if you're on the internet at all, it's like everything is an Avengers spoiler, but you don't recognize it as an Avengers spoiler because you don't know what it is.
I have been avoiding it. I have 2 more days.
But there's a specific meme. We'll talk about it later. But like, just
Miles is telling everyone that Superman dies in Avengers, and so I'm just letting him do that. He goes, guys, Superman dies. I'm like, wrong universe, but you go for it, buddy. You tell everyone to do it.
Did he already see it?
No, he hasn't seen. I let my 5-year-old watch, like, not Deadpool. That's not bad, but like the Justice League he watched. So he will eventually see it when it's out on DVD. I won't theater that one because he'll get bored halfway through. But
yeah, he's pretty young. Anyway, that's my life.
Well, that other voice you heard was, as always, as joining us as always, the troublemaking tornado trounced in tradition. It's Turarts. Turarts, what's up?
Hey, not much. It's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks goes really fast now. Now that it's warm and nice out, you pack so much into your day. You're like, well, also it's Monday again. But no, I'm excited to be here. What have I done? I think I've officially gotten to the point where I can woo Garrus, and it's going to happen in Mass Effect. I am going to make him mine. Ooh. Miranda's trying to get on some business now too, but I was like, listen, sweetheart, I want Garrus. And his quarters is right next to her, so it's kind of awkward, but it's fine. And Blizzard stuff though, congrats to everyone that got tickets. I was rooting for you all. That anxious Wednesday when everyone was like, I missed it, like 2 minutes in, it's all sold out. And I was like, don't worry, there's Saturday. And it looks like most people got tickets from what I can see on the
Isn't
Twitter
there
sphere.
a third one?
There was last year they surprised us with a third one. As far as I'm aware, there has not been any announcement made of such a surprise this year.
Okay.
Art's not correcting me, so I'm going to go with maybe I'm accurate there.
The first thing that happens is Dr. Pope texts me and he's like, are you sure you don't want a ticket? Because I have one. You know, he's the best. I love him. But no, I'm doing it again. I'm not getting a ticket on purpose. I have friends who would say, hey, I bought multiple, so you can do I could. And a couple people offer it. I'm not paying $200 for a con that I will barely go to. Because I'm going to spend most of my time outside the con hugging my friends. Barf, you got your ticket? You got yours.
I acquired a ticket 4 hours ago. And I'm very happy about that.
Nice.
There is for anyone who isn't aware, there is a thriving and robust exchange of tickets, of people trading tickets for the amount of money that you pay a ticket for. You pay for a ticket. It's the $200. Like they don't know upcharging, none of that stuff. In fact, there's a bunch of that happening on eBay, like people trying to scalp tickets for like $80 billion a piece. Blizzard's coming down hard on that. You can report those sellers and get them in trouble with whoever, I guess, Blizzard or whatever. But there is a big market for buying tickets from people who are able to get tickets for the cost that they paid them, like without upcharging. You can look for lfblizzcon.com, I think, is one of the resources that people use for that. Silverbolt was able to acquire a ticket for her and for me from a friend of hers, which is super fantastic. She texted me today and was like, hey, guess who's going to BlizzCon? And I was like, no kidding, really? That's how we talk.
What if we all got together and only purchased the amount of BlizzCon tickets that we wanted?
Whoa, now. Whoa, that's too much.
Instead of everyone buying 4 and go, oh, I'm just going to sell the other 3.
It's crazy talk.
Oh, you don't understand how the auction house works.
And the last wild thing I did real quick before we catch up with Barfolicious is I am running through Warlords of Draenor raids because you can do. Well, I did high mall and I did.
Just a second. I'm gonna mute, and then you're gonna go ahead and.
I did high mall and I did Black Rock Foundry, and just annihilated everything in there. But I got really lost in Draenor. I'm like, wait a second, what? Where am I? I had to pull up my map a lot to figure out where the continents are again, or the countries within the continent. I don't know how the lands within the place and the things. But yeah, it was very interesting being back in that lovely place, and I had no desire to be back there, and I forgot where everything is. So that's the WoW thing that I did. So while Sal's putting out fire with her shaman magic, let's catch up with you, Barf. So we know you got tickets, but anything else exciting in the past 2 weeks?
Actually, yeah, I got a chance, speaking of Silverbolt, I got a chance to hang out with Silverbolt this weekend, which was really cool. She lives in Chicago, and I live on the East Coast, but she was over here doing something for work. She was on a work trip, and at the end of the week, she had an opportunity to swing down and hang out with me, so that was really cool. We got to spend some time together. Went and saw Avengers. That was really neat. Let's see. And I got my BlizzCon ticket, which I mentioned earlier, and I got a hotel room, so I'm like booked and I'm ready to go. And earlier this year, I bought a plane ticket to go somewhere that it turned out I had canceled the plane ticket, and I did it through like Southwest's like Cheapy Man tickets, and they don't refund you those, but they do apply a credit to your account, and they're like, just spend it this year and you'll be okay. So I'm like, shoot, I guess I got a BlizzCon airplane ticket, more or less, depending on, it's. I'm almost pretty muchly there. I may as well be in California now, as far as I'm concerned. The other thing that happened was, and no one mentioned it so far, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to say Happy Mother's Day to all the moms, a belated Mother's Day to everybody. That was really great. Got to say hi to my mom, hung out with her for a little while. That was really cool. But that was the majority of my weekend anyway. Earlier this week, what else did I do? Oh, I downloaded Stardew Valley for the second time because I was tricked by a streamer into thinking that the multiplayer client had launched, and it hasn't yet. It's in beta still.
Ooh.
But still, I'm going to be an aggressively powerful farmer. I'm going to go into the cave, and I'm going to get copper and iron, and I'm going to build sprinklers, man, and I'm going to have all the fish and all the crops and all the sprinklers and all the little buildings. It's going to be the greatest farm that's ever happened. It's going to be so cool.
That's on my get list. It looks like my type of game.
Yeah, you fall into it real quick because it's real easy to go, let's do one more day. Let's just do one more day, get a little bit of the, because our parsnips are going to come in soon, and we're going to sell them all, make a lot of money, and buy the better backpack, and get our pickaxe upgraded. This is one more day, and then that turns into 8 hours of gameplay that you're up at 4:30 in the morning, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot, I have to be at work in 45 minutes. I guess I'd better nap.
Grab some coffee.
Yeah. But enough about me and all of my farmer woes. Tonight, we have a first-timer joining us for the show. She's the first time that she's been on the show, first time that her team has been represented on the show. It's Ramo from the CTR team, Gruuls Gone Wild.
Hello.
We are so excited to have you. And like Barf said, first time. Before we get into your raid team, though, we like to know a little bit about you. So IRL stuff, who you are, what you do, where you live, kind of the usual.
I don't know much about myself. I think I'm very boring. Let's see. I live in Vancouver, Canada.
Another Canadian. I didn't realize. Oh.
So all of this talk about affording BlizzCon tickets is fabulous for you guys, but it's like $800 Canadian. So.
Man, the exchange rate is brutal. Or do they just upcharge you guys because they don't, I don't know, like you or something?
Oh, the exchange rate is brutal. I have a tendency to hyperbolize inside reason.
if you're
technically hyperbolic, but
paying all that extra money, maybe you're getting like bonus content. Is there like a secret Canadian room where everyone can go and share Canadian stereotypes with each other?
Be nice to each other.
Yeah, roll around in the snow and pour maple syrup on each other. Americans.
Yeah, that's what I'm into.
Committed to that. Yeah.
Put
You're not
maple syrup on your Cheerios.
No, just on each other.
All right, so I'll just keep my eye out for everybody with the sticky tickets.
And that's why they're all being posted at exactly the same price as before, because Canadians got a handle on them and made them all sticky.
I'm just Turarts, you're not allowed to. You can't respond to that. Okay, I'm just gonna cut it off right there.
I was being
I'm just
very
gonna-
nice.
I
locked the birdie comments up.
I felt it. I felt it. You're like that guy from The Office who can't help himself. He's like,
I am not an angel. I am
so
Michael, damn it.
We do that a lot on my team.
On your team.
Not lock up. Not. We don't lock them up as well.
They're my
On
kind
the
of team,
team.
Sal.
But,
After dark.
So, so you're in Vancouver. That's cool. I love Vancouver.
I do as well. Yeah.
Yeah. What part do you live in?
The city part.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, you're talking about living in Kits.
Burnaby.
Okay, I know what that is.
What? You're
Okay.
hating on Canadians, but you know parts of Vancouver? I don't understand this.
I mean, yeah, I know. Yeah. I've spent time in Toronto and Saskatchewan. I mean, like, yeah.
Saskatchewan's not real. It's not real.
It's like a make-believe place, like a fantasy land.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
Like it's a square on the map. What the heck is a square on a map?
We have
Well, a
squares
rectangle, but
in our
Wyoming.
country.
Colorado.
they're not real
Turarts live in a
places
square?
either.
Is one a square?
Turarts, don't you live in a square?
No, I am the head of Memo.
I don't know what
Minnesota,
that means.
Iowa, Missouri, Arkansas, and Louisiana. If you take the outline of those states and pull it off the map, it makes a man. And Iowa is the head of Memo.
That is not a thing.
It is a thing.
That is not a thing.
Let's continue on, and I will find this and link this.
I'm really glad
If
that I live in a
that-
real place.
Right?
New Jersey?
It's coming to the point where I don't think any of the people I know live in real places.
I mean, I'm from Brooklyn, so whatever.
Oh, we don't have time for that shade.
Wikipedia page linked.
We don't have time for that.
You live in Brooklyn. The setting to Brooklyn Nine-Nine, a fictional story.
Which was
Okay.
picked back up.
Yeah, it was. Terry Crews dance. I don't know how
Oh,
Terry Crews
Terry
dances.
Crews.
He does it better than I do. Yeah, that's it. That's his dance. Yes. No, she did it right. That was correct. Accurate.
Did I miss
Hey,
something? Was there a
just-
wardrobe
Just think about Terry Crews.
malfunction or something? Oh, okay. Okay, someone needs to make a clip of whatever I just missed because I was playing with my fingernails. Okay, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. You've never been on the show. Your team has never been repped on the show, which is just terrible. And
On our part. It's not terrible on our part.
That's true. I was invited and I was like, yeah, sure, that sounds like fun. Let's do it. So
yeah, well, Ash has been helping us out with that because it's been my responsibility for years to get the hosts. And if I don't know you, then I'm like, listen, Ash, you know all these raid teams, man. And he just like, I believe he's the one that contacted you, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
in game. It was like, hey, you've never been on the podcast. Do you want to be on the podcast? I was like, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
And here
y'all
we are.
don't understand. Ash does a lot. Ash does a lot. It couldn't do anything without Lonnie though. So thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. It's good to have some fresh meat, as it were.
Well, we've been kicking around for a while.
Yes.
I don't know if that's
Yeah.
better or worse.
Sorry, I had to change a setting real quick. And cut that out. So, Ramo, tell us about how you got hooked up with CTR.
I was in a guild on Silverhand with a bunch of people who became my friends, and that kind of dissolved when people got a life. People that get real lives anyway. And then I had a bit of real life myself. And my friend Chiara actually was just like, "Hey, I'm over on CTR," and I was like, "Okay, I'll transfer." And he was like, "That's a lot," and I was like, "Eh." So yeah, I've been playing since.
Especially for Canadian.
Right, I've been playing since Wrath, and went away a bit in Pandaria. Came back for Warlords, and I was looking around for a raid team and didn't really see anything that kind of fit what I was looking for in a raid team. And I was like, well, I've led raid teams before, so I'm gonna make a raid team, and then I did. And
You
here
just
we
made
are.
a raid team.
Yeah. So now
Okay.
I heard cats.
Heard
Apt,
cats.
succinct
Okay, I thought
description of raid
you were.
teaming.
Yeah.
I thought you were like hearing Turarts' animals.
They're good for now. That's what raid leading is. It's just herding cats.
Herding cats.
It's yeah.
I had one of my teammates the one night. It was particularly cat herding night, and he whispered me. He's like, "Meow, meow, meow, herd me, herd me."
So something I know. Well, I'm curious on. Because the last time we talked about this show, Sal's like, or talked about you guys. She's like, we have GGW on, and a lot of people had interesting things for what that would be. So how did the name Girls Gone Wild come? Like, how did that come to pass?
So we were raiding Warlords of Draenor when we started up, and I was looking for a name that was moderately inappropriate and still appropriate. And yeah, that's where that came up. I found that and I was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect, because it's within the vein. So that's where it came from.
And that was during MOP, so Gruuls were a thing.
Draenor, yes.
Oh, Draenor. The roly-poly things.
No, next door to the
No.
roly-poly guy.
Big
Hans
go
and
down-
Franz
guy,
were girls, weren't they?
one eye.
They might have been, but I don't think so. As you go down to the roly-poly guy, you got to hang that left to get there. If you go right, that's Gruul.
Oh,
Stompy smashy ceiling guy.
Oh,
Yeah, he drops the ceiling on you.
Stompy Smashy Ceiling Guy. That's right. In the expansion that shall not be named. Decent raid though.
Yeah, the raids were fun.
Initially.
I like the
Yeah.
raids.
So, what's like the? I think from talking to you a little bit, like I already kind of know the answer to this, but what's like the vibe of your team?
So my team is going to give me crap, so I'm just going to be pretty upfront about it. It is a benevolent dictatorship.
Oh.
It's benevolent. So we don't take a lot of crap from people, but we also, I mean, we have fun. But if you're there to cause drama, not the raid team for you. If you're trying to cause loot drama, we've never had an issue with that. It's usually no, this is better for you. You take it. Canadian vibe, right? So no, this is better for you. You take it. And that kind of fun thing. And then you've kind of got the feel for my general double entendre. So we have that, but also general respect for everybody is there. So yeah, that's kind of a general vibe.
Okay, we're talking like how big is it? What level are you rating at? Stuff like that.
We're doing so we've got our AOTC, and that's kind of where we're kicking around at now. We are generally kind of casual, no enforced like mandatory stuff outside of raids really. So we're pretty chill in that regard. If people can make it, great. If they can't, that's fine as well. I generally prefer people who can show up in general. It's hard to depend on a tank who can only make a quarter of your raids. But yeah, like we're just, like I said, pretty chill vibe. People either love it or they don't, and that's totally fine. We're really weird, so we get that.
I want you to define weird. What does weird mean? Give me an example of weird.
It's hard to quantify the weirdness. You would, like I said, a lot of us, we've just kind of been together for a really long time, so it's that kind of vibe that you get. There's a lot of that's what she said, general giggity vibes.
Giggity.
Yeah, no, it's a really good time, and a lot of us just kind of, like I said, we just kick around during raid time. We don't really play a lot outside because we've got, the life thing happening, but it's hard to quantify. If you're interested, come see what it's like. Hang out for a couple raids. You get a feel for it pretty fast, I have no doubt. You can quantify weird next week for everyone else.
So I show up for the weird raid, and what are the, every team's got their dank memes. Like, what are the funny stories that I'm gonna see play out? Like, when did the tank do a weird thing or whatever? Like, this is your chance to really call someone out, throw them under the bus. Give me something chuckle-worthy that happened.
Oh man, all of our tanks do weird things. Trying to think of something particularly weird. I am drawing a blank, which is awful because everything is basically hilarious all the time. What happens? Let's see. Corey likes to get thrown off the platform on I can't remember her CTR appropriate name, Hazabel. So that's a thing that we have a lot of problems with, is our tank getting flung off the platform. She also had a good time getting, when she was heroic leaping, she plays a warrior, so heroic leaping, and Hazabel would change targets and murder our melee fairly regularly. Illithor, who's one of our top melee DPS, is regularly getting his face chewed off because of Corey's random leaping, so that's always a good time. Yeah, generally scraping idiots off the floor. Heyoka gets his 1 renew per boss from our priest healer. Just 1. That's all. That's his total.
There's something in the chat room that says, I would suggest explaining doodle.
You can't explain the doodle. The doodle is everything that you don't know. Literally everything. Okay, so we're super bad at nouns. And our tanks are our tank Corey, who does most of the talking, is really bad at nouns. So
They're a pretty important part of speech.
The boss is about to do the doodle.
Oh, it's a substitute word, like a thingamabob.
Everybody go to the doodles.
What's it?
No, it's always doodle.
I gotcha.
It's not a what's it. It's definitely a doodle.
Barf, being so close to Philadelphia, would call it a John.
No, I wouldn't.
The raid John.
Very sophisticated.
So I'm sure with Battles for
something.
Azeroth, with Battles for Azeroth coming out, what is your team looking forward for? What are you looking forward to?
I've been really bad at WoW lately. I've had a lot of stuff happening, so I've mostly been logging on for raids. I don't really have a thing that I'm super excited about. I know what some of the other team members are excited about, talking about, I don't know, their random necklaces and scenarios on islands and stuff like that. I've always been more of an experience it as it happens because I get bored really fast kind of person. So I'm not anti-spoiler, but I'm not actively seeking out every last drip of knowledge to pre-arm me. So I don't really know what I'm excited about. We'll continue to raid like we do, and Keiju will be on his druid. So had to add that because he's been telling me 3 times every raid, hey, I'm gonna play my druid. Hey, I'm gonna play my druid. Hey, so that's official.
You have any idea if they're making a new druid or if it's gonna be these Coltiran druids, man? Have you seen these things?
Pretty sick.
No, because I'm so bad.
They're all made out of picture a druid, like a bear or a cat, that's made out of a wicker chair that itself was made out of bones.
That sounds weird.
But in a good way.
I love the transparent green cat form. I prism that every time I can. That's as cool as druids are to me, I think. Love it. And the little tree dance.
I am Groot.
You speak Groot?
Yeah, it was an elective.
Love it.
Yeah, tree dance. There you go. got a part.
So are you guys recruiting? When is raid night? Like, give me the skinny.
We raid Tuesday, Thursday, 8 to 11 Pacific. We are always generally recruiting. I say always generally. We have a problem keeping hunters somehow, but so we get to a point where it's like, okay, we have 5 hunters and not recruiting any more hunters, and then somebody's like, hey, I know a friend on a hunter, and I'm like, no, and then all of a sudden we lose like 4 hunters, and I'm like, so we are always recruiting hunters.
You don't hear that often.
Yeah, no, I don't. It's the strangest thing, actually, that we can't keep hunters. But yeah, we tend to end up really lopsided class-wise, really heavy on protectors tokens somehow, even without hunters. So yeah, like I said, the environment is weird sometimes. So I think people come in and try it out, and they either love it and stay forever, or sometimes work happens, or sometimes they just don't. So I'm like, yeah, come along, if you like it, great. We're more of a pew pew, don't die, don't stand in crap, don't be a jerk kind of group. So
The whole just don't be a jerk thing that's a thing.
it really, really is.
It's a thing. It is. You just want to raid with nice people. I raid with nice people. And Barf.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who are these nice people you raid with? You must be talking about Kara.
Group of people. Oh, Kara's lovely. Yeah, and they also let Barf play.
Because I bring the numbers. It's not because I'm a nice person. And I only bring the numbers when Howlin doesn't show up.
Goodness gracious! We are lucky to have some really wonderful ringers that come in and do all kinds of nice things. Yeah, but we are talking about Gruuls. Can you even say that? I have trouble saying it. Gruuls.
Gruuls.
You spend too much time.
Gruuls. Multiple Gruuls. One Gruul, many Gruuls.
Okay, never
mind.
Go
wild.
It's fine.
They do.
And they go wild.
Regularly.
Okay.
So much so that they have a whole team named after him.
Fine, I get it. I'm the one with the speech impediment who can't say Gruuls very well. Gruuls.
I think you're managing just fine, to be honest. Like, I admit it's definitely a weird mouth feel, but it's not insurmountable.
That was a very Canadian way to tell me I suck. So.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
You win.
So where can we find you about the internet?
That's a great question. I am not great at the internet. We just got into Discord. I was super anti-Discord, and then CTR was like, we're getting rid of Mumble, and I was like, I don't want to. But then we did, so that's a thing that happened. I think I'm in the CTR channel.
You are.
Ramo. At Ramo would probably make it pop up somehow.
It does.
In-game. See, that there, do that. Like, I see my Discord. I'm a general lurker, so I will see it. You can do that. Otherwise, you can catch me on game on Ramo, or
catch me in game though.
Ramo's hashtag 1785.
Awesome. Now,
So
Turarts has something very important.
It's my thing that I found out that Sal tells everyone about.
You literally do it every show.
But still, they haven't been on before. No, so you need to put down your Discord and whatever else you have, and you have to name your team for us, all of them.
Like, out loud?
Yeah, like out loud. We want your team roster, so they can call you out if you make a mistake.
And they will. So that's awful. So All right. So I have 2 tanks, Hohenheim and Corey. I have 3 healers, Chiara, Uul, and Keiju/Asazura. Ranged hunters that I currently have, part-time Jalis, Neotori, Laser. I think that's my hunters. I have a Ret Paladin, Vidar. He's technically part of the roster, but he's working during raid time now. Druid Relief. Demon Hunters, Heoka, and Illithor. Myself, Jin, and I covered Corey as a tank. Those warriors. I have priests, 1 covered under healers, Asazura and Yuri. I have, what other classes do I have? I have a Death Knight, Murph. I have a Warlock, Sophie. And I haven't forgotten you, Wraith, our mage. And I've probably forgotten somebody else. Oh, we have a monk, Noda. We also have a monk. We don't have rogues.
What?
Neither do
You're
we, I don't think, do we?
anti-rogue?
No, we
Do we
just
have a
don't
rogue?
have. We have never in 4 years had a rogue.
Really?
We've occasionally had a guest Taman, but I don't count him.
Maybe they're not real.
Twice.
Like
They're
Saskatchewan
hard
and
to
Colorado.
They're hard to see.
All right. Well, how'd she do, T?
I'm gonna say good. They're not calling her out.
Okay.
She even got the guest Taman, so yeah, I'm gonna say you rostered.
Did you say guest Taman?
Yeah.
First of all, it's Tommen. Second of all, he guests on your team?
Like twice.
Okay.
Like at the start of the raid.
A week.
So Neotori is one of his main raiders who's on my team, and I raided with them a bit when I had a lot more time of my own. And so when he's chomping at the bit, like a new raid tier, and he wants to like get in and see it, just come along.
Like Tommen literally writes the webpage about rogues.
Which is probably
You know?
why he's chomping at the bit to like get into raids.
Yeah.
So
And
that's featuring right there at the bottom.
Yeah, if you're gonna have a rogue, that's the one you want. I'll tell you what. And when he was on the show a few weeks ago, he rocked a ram's head.
I saw that actually.
Yeah,
I did see that.
that was excellent. That was excellent. He's been on the show like 4 times, so you got to catch up.
Well, so far I have 100% attendance for every time I've been invited. So.
Oh,
That
snap!
is true.
Snap!
Throwing shade.
Okay, it's time for you to leave.
Okay, bye!
Bye. Thank you for coming on.
Bye. Thank you.
That was great. Hey, listen, while we bring on Ash, we're going to kick it over to T for some guild haps real quick because it's time
Ramo's
for T.
funny.
It's time for tea!
Guild haps, things are slow. Yes. But no, that's a lull. We're getting ready for BlizzCon. I am going to tell you to watch the CTR Guild Twitter. Watch the CTR BlizzCon party Twitter. Especially the next week or 2. There might be things. There might not be things. There might be some things. But you should seriously watch the stuff because things are happening. Wheels are in motion. It's no surprise we're planning stuff. It's May. We're planning things. And it is lit. And I don't like using the word lit, but it is lit. So watch all the places. Follow the Twitters because things
Is
are
it
happening.
lit, though?
It's lit. It is pretty cool. Guys, this year is going to be epic. So yeah, make sure you're following that stuff because there are going to be some things happening. And once the CTR Kickstarter kicks off, you for sure will have tons of events just to help us reach our goals. And yeah, so that'll be happening. But watch the Twitters, guys, because I can't say stuff yet, and I want to. And I keep my mouth shut. It's hard, but things are happening.
Just tell us when the Kickstarter is going to happen, or what all the things we're going to have
I don't.
in the Kickstarter. Just
We
tell us
have an
all that
idea
stuff.
for a date, but I don't know if that's set yet. Salbar, I think it's. There's ideas for dates, but I don't think we have it nailed 100%.
I mean, it's we get. I mean, it's not like a big secret,
no.
right? Like
It's soon. There's lots of
what
pretty
we-
things. I'm trying my best not to really get excited because there's a lot of pretty things.
Well, you know, the pretty things are amazing.
The pretty
There's a lot
things are pretty.
There's
Um,
pretty.
And we've topped ourselves this year.
We're gonna probably
Okay.
launch the Kickstarter towards the end of this month. I think the plan was a week from now, but we have some things to nail down, and I don't know. Jules
Just
will be
don't
back soon?
surprise me. I mean, I want to
No.
get some of the pretty things. I want a heads up because I'm gonna have to set an alarm on my phone for the the minute that it goes live, so
We're
I
not
can
going to
buy
sell out of the pretty things.
it.
I'd like to
and
sell out of the pretty things.
It usually happens.
We
I-
will make more of the pretty things.
I will say this year, some of the pretty things we have. I don't think it's a surprise. We're gonna have some shirts. We've had shirts every year. That's not a surprise, guys.
They're cooler this year, though.
shirt-
They're cool.
Oh
this year.
my god! Oh my god! They
They're
are
cooler this
amazing.
year. Yeah. So
And then-
here's. Go ahead.
And the theme we have this year is going to be, I think, pretty on point for a lot of people.
I think so. We definitely teased it. Here's what we kind of do. You know that we are pals. We are friends of the folks who do the con before the storm
Yes.
at
do know
BlizzCon. Another fantastic party that we'll probably. I mean, we're all gonna go, you know. But last year, the converted, not the converted, the Convert to Raid party was represented at this con. We had our own table and our own dragon lady smoking bubblegum juice or something. Yeah, at our table. These are our friends. I happened to donate because to their Kickstarter because I wanted some of their loot. You know, I'll donate more to the CTR
It's all
party,
about the loot.
but it's all about the loot. The loot. There's something there. There's
Get it
something there.
done.
The loot is on fire.
Didn't they
We
make
don't
a?
need.
There
Huh?
was a loot song that CTR did for TOT. Wasn't there?
Yes, there was.
Yes, there was.
Is that what you guys are doing? I'm sorry, my cat jumped almost through the window. I got distracted. It's fine. It's okay.
Wouldn't you be relieved if you didn't have to deal with that cat anymore?
So Nero's awesome. He's a fat lazy
Sal's gonna
cat that
steal your
only
cat.
nips you. When do you want to see my cat? It's the orange one. His name's Caligula, and he's a dick like the dictator that we named him after. But I love him. He's awesome.
Thank you for letting me edit stuff. I love it.
When
Please
when it comes
remember.
time to bleep that, do it with this noise. Just grab that and put it over. Like quack noise.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, T. No, and that's what I get for making cat jokes. That the cats are bad jokes because I always do that.
CTR party, guys. Follow it. We're going to be announcing stuff.
Yeah.
really
Oh, I
soon.
didn't. Okay. What we do is we let them do their Kickstarter first. Then after their Kickstarter, we do ours. That's how it works. They're our friends, and so that's why we haven't started it yet. We just don't do it at the same time. That's all. You know, it's coming up. It's coming up in a couple of weeks, 3 weeks maybe. So there, secret's out.
I'm happy
think-
now. Thank you.
I can't spoil that the party is going to be on that Friday night.
Set the alarm. on
Yeah.
the phone.
It's gonna be on the Friday night. You can't
2 weeks
say
from now.
that. It'll
Be
definitely
there.
be on the Friday night.
Well, chat room, there's still time for you to shoot us some shout outs if you want to on the Tweeter sphere. And while you're doing that, while you're typing furiously, Eshelon, you're here with us. And
I
let's
am.
get those raid deets.
I am. There's still a little progress going on. We've got 4 teams that have new kills in the last 2 weeks. So HTX, those guys were on the show a couple or 5 weeks ago. They took out Agrimar on heroic, so they are now working on their Argus kill. So good luck to those guys. I'm sure we'll see that in the next few weeks probably. Troublemakers took out Heroic Eminar and Kingaroth. And we still have some Mythic progression going. We have 2 teams that have taken out Mythic Kingaroth, which is, that means they got Eminar and he's pretty tough, and now they've got Kingaroth. So congratulations to Edamame Enterprise and Rectified. Those 2 teams are the most progressed teams in the CTR Guild, and they're doing a great job. They're now both working probably on Varimathras.
Nice.
It's so awesome to see so many teams still going after bosses this late.
Yep.
I didn't
Pretty
have anything
cool.
to add. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, it looks
I
like they
have
said
something
8.
to say.
Okay.
Draven Dresden has tweeted at us the Terry Crews dance. Guys, he's just doing the Carlton.
Well, yeah, that yes.
I mean,
That wasn't
I
the dance
enjoy
I was
watching-
thinking of.
Oh, you're talking about the one that Turarts.
Yeah.
Yeah, Silverbolt. Silverbolt did us a favor and capped that for us, and I've already tweeted that. So anyone who wants to know exactly what Silverbolt did at the beginning of the show,
Turarts.
that's what I meant.
We can blame
Dude.
Silverbolt, though. I'm okay with this.
Oh, it's Silverbolt's fault, but it's mostly your fault for doing it. So there
Mark
we go.
Conan did tweet at us the actual thing I was thinking of.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Anyway, I love Twitter.
Twitter's great, but you know what's also great about Twitter is that you all get to give us your shout outs. And I think Sal and Ash, I think you guys have some shout outs to read to us.
I think I found one. If Sal found any more, Sal can throw those at us. But
Nah.
we've got one from Silverbolt, aka Snuggleguts, aka Worgen BM Hunter on Twitter. And shout out to Silverbolt. She gave me a hug in game a few minutes ago, and I totally missed it. Like I looked at my screen 5 minutes after the fact. But she says shout out to Pandar Ruhu for being amazing friend and awesome community member. He managed to snag some BlizzCon tickets and messaged me today to see if I needed some. Hooked me up with 2, so at a bonus level, and I could go. That's our friend Barfolomew right there. Thank you. See you at BlizzCon, Panda. Pick of Panda and me, I assume, in the tweet there. So check out that tweet if you want to see the media along with it.
I'm gonna go to BlizzCon. Gonna see all the friends and have the fun.
Barf's going to BlizzCon. I'll see you there, my friend.
You'll
Me
see
too.
me.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna see
Nice
you
to
in about a week.
2 weeks, right?
What happened? You guys chilling?
We need to go
Roughly,
talk off air.
yeah, about 2 weeks.
Yeah. Ash is coming
Weekend
to
after next.
New York. Here's the deal. This weekend, the Buttress is visiting. I got
chilling
my
with everybody,
futon
aren't you?
over there. I better clean it. And then
Yeah, he's
No,
a man
no,
who
he-
deserves clean sheets. Clean sheets at least for the buttress.
died. But then someone else, a Sly is going to be in town.
Ooh.
She's got a convention or something. We're gonna be hanging out, and she doesn't know this, but I'm gonna talk her into going to Coney Island, which is my favorite part of New York. Okay, Coney Island is the best. It is, and it's the hot dogs, it's the baseball, it's the roller coaster. It's such a New York thing. I just love it. So we need to get together and figure out times and like where to meet and stuff. But I'm gonna meet Ash and family down at Coney Island.
That's right.
So there.
Sounds like an awesome time.
Yeah, Coney Island's great. You don't want to really swim in that water though.
So the ocean. All kinds of things swim in the ocean.
Yeah. You know, it's just
It might wait a
Talk.
couple of more decades. Let it
I'm not afraid of the ocean.
settle out a little.
I fear no ocean. Well,
Do you fear the Hudson?
I don't know. Maybe.
That's what you got to fear.
Am I
It's
supposed
the
to?
river going that dumps into the. Yeah.
Mhm,
Anyway.
mhm, yeah.
Yeah. That's why you don't really go swimming in Coney Island. Anyway.
Anyway, we don't have any chat and shout outs, so we can skip that part of the show today.
Ooh, Navox, gross. Okay, so yeah, great. Well, let's talk about the Barf. You got shout outs?
Well, I mean, I was gonna do a shout out to Pandaruhu, but now I don't have to. So, shout out to Mayor Lewis for inviting me into Pelican Town and allowing me to build a farm where my grandfather once had a farm, and welcoming me into his fair town. And I'm looking forward to being the most aggressively advanced miner slash farmer slash fisherman slash preserves maker that Stardew Valley has ever seen. And you guys can be my farmhands if you want. They're coming out with multiplayer. It's gonna be really cool.
Ooh.
That
So
just
in
sounds
this
like
multiplayer,
fun, though.
you hire me to be your farmhand.
I don't have
And
any
then-
idea how it works. All I know is I've seen someone stream the beta of it, and it was two little pixely people walking around, pulling parsnips out of the ground and watering their potatoes. Looked like a
Could
lot
be
of fun.
more fun. Wow. Well, as long as we're thanking those responsible for our BlizzCon tickets, I'm not really sure who to thank other than possibly our local fiber optic network. I'm pretty sure they just give me a direct access to the backbone of the internet. And so, thank you EPB for 20 millisecond pings and BlizzCon tickets.
T.
I have a shout out. So in my other player group, the past 2 weeks, I have launched a store for merchandise and a newsletter, and I got a little dictatory because people weren't doing things I needed them to do. So thank you, other player group, for putting up with not family friendly Turarts, but you guys need to get some things done, Turarts. And then shout out to the
no idea what
yeah.
you're talking about.
So I'm in a second player group called the Sovereignty. They are a I used to be able to say they were a frontier development gamer group, like where BlizzCon is how I describe CTR. They do like Elite Dangerous and Jurassic World and other stuff. Well, now they're branching out to Warframe, and we have like a Destiny 2 clan and all kinds of other games that we have.
Okay.
But anyway, so they wanted to do a newsletter kind of like CTR does. And so I said, okay, it's just MailChimp. So you just have people type up little articles and I plug them in. Well, I was like, all right, here's the deadline to the articles. You guys need to get me these. And I'm politely reminding them. And then I'm like, listen, I need these articles yesterday. So get your little things together, please. And it was just a little firm. And so, no, thank you for putting up with my thing. And then we launched a store because our logo, we didn't have any merchandise. And so I was like, hey, we should do merchandise. So I put on my bossy hat and I feel bad. So thank you for putting up with
Feel
my
bad about putting the
bossy
boss hat on.
No.
But the boss hat, I consistently have it on. I tell Esh what to do all the time. I'm like, Esh, get me a raid team.
What can I do for you? What can I do for you
Yes,
today?
ma'am. He says, yes,
As
ma'am.
you wish.
As you wish.
As you wish.
And then I had another shout out, but so I think I'm gonna let you do your shout out because that's how mine kind of was gonna go too.
Okay, yeah, you and I both have this on the notes. I want to shout out, and I think everyone's kind of feeling this right now. Our close friend and brother, Tinkerbella, his son was involved in a horrific car accident. Was it yesterday? I think 2 days ago.
Yep.
And fighting for his life is the short story of it. And we love you, Tink, and we're anyone that can hear this, whether it's prayers or energy or thoughts or like whatever you got, whatever you believe in, if you can throw that his way, his name's Gavin. If you can throw it to Gavin's way, and to Tink's family, that'd be really nice.
I think that wraps us up for shout-outs, Barf.
Yeah, I think it does. Does anybody else have anything before we go? All right, cool. You can find us on Twitter at @converted_CTR. Turarts is at Turarts. Sal is at Summer_Sal. Esh is at Eshelon, and I am at a bonus level. Sal, when's the next episode?
We do not have a show on Memorial Day. I allow you guys to have that day off.
I appreciate it.
And I think that's the weekend. Ash is going to be in New York anyway. So our next episode is going to be on June 4th. June 4th. So I do have an idea about what we're going to be talking about then.
Ooh. Can I guess?
Okay.
Farming.
But let's talk about it after the show.
Avengers.
Okay. And that's all I got for you. June 4th is when you can expect us. You can have us live. Come to the chat room. The chat room is pretty awesome tonight.
It was on point.
On point.
Thanks, everybody, for coming out. We'll see you again in June. We'll be right there in your ear holes. For Turarts.
Bye.
For Sal.
For the Bodega Cats.
For Eshelon.
For all cats.
And for myself. We'll see you next time, everybody.
You can follow the show on Twitter at converted_CTR. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Converted Podcast. And find us on our Twitch channel, Converted Podcast. And join us live every other Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
This podcast is a part of the Signals Media All-Star Network. For more information on this and other fine shows, go to signalsmedia.com. It's okay to stick our stuff in your ears. Really?
I mean, you can't just love some cats. You have to love all of them.
Okay,
I've
but
met some
Bodega
jerks.
Cats, most cats are jerks.
I've met some bad cats.
Very few jerk dogs, though.
It's true. I agree with you. There are jerk cats. There are mean cats. But we love them all. We have to love them.
No.
We have to talk to them all the time.
Are you under duress right now, Ash? Is everything okay?
Yes, I am under duress.
Bark twice if you're in Milwaukee.
I'm just sucking up. That's all.
Just
Off
lonely,
camera.
just-
There's an off camera situation over here. I'm just sucking up. Yep, I'm being rewarded.
Oh. Okay. I don't know what to say to that.
She's blowing me kisses. That's all. Just get your mind out of the gutter. If it wasn't for the gutter, Sal's mind would be homeless.
Don't tell me what to do with my mind, sir. Don't tell me how to play my class.
I would never do that. I barely know how to play my class.
Well, so tonight, I mean, I had a lot of fun
Yeah.
tonight, but it was a kind of a weird show. In a good way.
Yes.
Ramo's
I'm going to go
fun.
ahead and say. Ramo is someone I want to know more.
Yeah, she's fun.
Mo Betta. She's got that sense of humor that
Ramo, you in chat? We never bothered to ask you if you were going to be in BlizzCon. If you're in chat, sound off. You going to be there? We going to do the
I
hangouts?
think she said that it was going to be like
It's going to be like
$800.
in a hyperbolic.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She did say that.
And she also said she doesn't internet. I guarantee she doesn't have a Twitch handle.
Oh, I think she
She
did.
knows that World of Warcraft operates on the internet,
she had.
right?
I I think she had a Twitch because I did it at Ramo and something came up at Ramoris47. That's her in-game name, Ramoris. So
Well,
that's our Ramo.
shuttlecock.
Good night, folks.
This was fun. See you later.
What just
I
happened?
think that my dick was better than that one. Granted, this is post show. Oh, she spilled. Oh, that is a shuttle. Yes, I will get on board with that shuttle. I feel you right now. I feel
Right,
that.
does anybody have a spare keyboard they can send Sal? Any of our listeners? If any of our listeners have a spare keyboard,
Is
Sal's
that your
gonna need it.
boozy? Can she hear me?
It wasn't my keyboard. And this keyboard needs replaced anyway. But it's my mat.
Exclavier says you spilled it all over your doodle.
Yeah, this is your doodle.
No, it's my, instead of having like a mouse pad, I've got like a gamer mat. You know, kind of like what you would play like Magic the Gathering or something on.
Well, I've got one of those. I have it. I got it from. Do you guys remember the game night? The CTR game night. I don't remember if it was CTR game night, but it was the guys who
Yeah, the
were
drinking and swearing.
line of sight game night. That's what it was. The line of sight
okay.
guys did a game night, and then they had some giveaways, and I actually won something from participating. It was during Warlords of Draenor, and a lot of people were playing Overwatch, so they were doing a lot of like Overwatch activities, and I won this really cool Overwatch game mat, and it like covers most of my desk here. I know what you're talking about. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, the game mat that I have is it's pink, it's light pink, and it's for a local game shop. The shop is called 20-Sided Store, and they have their own like little logo. It's a 20-sided dice, and I spilled red wine all over it. It doesn't look cool anymore, guys.
I use a mouse pad that says girl streamers on it that I got for free at BlizzCon. Girl streamers.
That's cool. I need a little bit more than that for a mouse pad. Maybe it's like I just like to. I got my mouse sensitivity set so that I'm just moving it a lot.
It's like the whole wax on, wax off thing. You're just teaching yourself martial arts with one hand.
Also, I always use this for my wrist. I can't see. You got to put it back, like in your face more.
Sorry, I
yeah.
can see it fine on the stream version of the camera.
Yeah. Oh, you have like a beanbag one?
Yep.
Yeah. Mine is like a gel. Yeah.
Everybody should get these. Wrist support is important.
I find myself whenever like if I'm typing on my laptop, I find myself like putting this hand like under like so I can like move the mouse pad, when I'm clicking on a bunch of stuff. Because I'm just so used to having this. I have one at work as well. And they're so cheap. Like
yeah.
This one is on the higher end, and I believe it cost me $8. Like it's yeah. Anyway, I ruined my 20-sided store mouse. It's not a mouse pad. My desk cover, really, because I shouldn't. This is something you're supposed to play cards on, not put wine on. Anyway, Turarts and I are dressed the same this evening.
Okay, somebody sent somebody a memo.
I'm wearing an old scuba shirt.
Lots of pimples, and I don't know why.
I don't think this place is still in operation.
Like, I don't, something just happened like a couple days ago that went, "Proop."
I like that. Ash, that's good. That's good.
Okay, here's something. Here's me without my glasses. I would like you to pay attention to my eyebrows.
Doing it.
Now, usually you would not notice my eyebrows at all. I notice them very much right now because it's a tiny bit different. You know, if it's something on your face that's different, like you're gonna notice it no matter what. I went to a place and it had to do with work, and I was like asking her about her shop, and I work with small business owners. And she's like, "Oh, here, let me do your eyebrows." And I'm thinking, you know, getting your eyebrows waxed is a $15 5-minute process.
Yeah.
So I get she's all in with like the rulers and getting the angles and perfect symmetry.
She
and
formatted your eyebrows.
And because I told her I do not want thin eyebrows. I like that I have thick eyebrows. Thick eyebrows are
Same.
good. What I didn't know she was going to do is she put henna on it.
Really?
I've got an 8-week face tattoo.
She tattooed your eyebrows?
So what she did is basically, you know how some people use an eyebrow pencil?
Sure.
To
Yes, of
outline
course.
their eyebrows.
To fill it in and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't because I have enough eyebrows. Or I've never paid attention to my eyebrows before. But I got up. They're not as bad as they were yesterday. It was like 2 black caterpillars on my face. Now since I washed it, it's okay. I mean, they don't look bad. Okay, but to me, it's like there's something different about my face. So I just look in the mirror and like, eyebrows! And none of y'all would even notice a difference because I usually wear these anyway.
I use my eyebrows mostly for keeping my forehead sweat out of my eyes when it's hot out. Most that's pretty much what I use mine for.
Well,
I don't like, they're not my. I don't decorate them.
I'm gonna watch this clip that Draven put. Let's see. Shuttlecock. Shuttlecock I could keep in.
Well, I think it was post-show, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was post show.
Yeah. I mean, what I mean is like I could keep that in as like a blooper towards the end. Is that bad?
Oh, it's fine.
Because I didn't say the word.
The word shuttlecock? We all heard you say it. All of us heard you say that.
Well, you gotta say it. You gotta say shuttlecock. You
I
gotta
watched
really
Spaceballs. I
draw
know
that
about
out.
extended S's.
And a shuttlecock's actually a thing. It's with the
For badminton, yes.
that
yes.
yeah.
What is Silverbolt trying to get us to watch on YouTube?
I moused over it. It said Adam Savage's new Warcraft armor.
Adam Savage.
And I want to watch it.
He's just like opening it. He's not making it. I thought Adam Savage would be making it.
What is he, man at arms?
It's an unboxing video.
Did he buy it from the Warcraft set? Like, is it that armor? I want the mailbox.
Oh,
it says it's made for the Warcraft movie.
Do you guys see that they're
yeah.
auctioning off all that Warcraft movie stuff? And one of the highest bidded things was the mailbox?
The mailbox.
Dude, I want that mailbox.
Apparently,
put it out in front of my house,
Adam
dance
Savage got like a Warcraft, like a oh, well that's pretty cool. A Stormwind guard.
I don't think it counts as cosplay if the movie just mails it to you, man. Come on, Adam, you can do better than that.
That's still Well, I mean, you know, it's not.
I don't think you can
No,
enter
does
into.
cosplay involve you have to make it yourself, or can cosplay be
No, 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 no,
someone
no.
made
You
it
can
for
get
you?
you can get your
Stop!
mom
No,
to make
he's
it
not.
for me.
He's not claiming it to be cosplay.
I am. I'm claiming that.
Well,
It
You're-
He's
kind
gonna
of
wear it to
is.
BlizzCon and pretend to blend in, but guess what? He's
He-
wearing the movie suit. I'm gonna recognize him.
There may be more than one movie suit after the auction, though.
If you're walking around in a movie suit, I'm gonna be pretty convinced that you're Adam Savage. Just be aware of that, Adam. I know you're watching.
Of course.
Also, well, he could do a Chewbacca mask. He made himself a Chewbacca mask. Wow, he's obsessed with memorabilia. It seems.
Yeah,
But
he is.
but
And
no, this. I
toolboxes.
mean, you can see his face. And toolboxes, you say?
Yes, he's also very into toolboxes and tools.
Hmm.
That's the conclusion I would draw from looking at his garage.
The Alliance Knight armor was made for the movie Warcraft and is part of many pieces of armor and beautiful props going on auction.
Did they say why they chose to auction that gear?
Why not? Oh, like for what?
I mean, if they're not going to go into production on a sequel right away, they're going to auction it all off. They'll make all new props. If they go into production
Well-
on another film in like 5 years,
I wasn't sure if they were
Make all
going
new
for a charity donation or if they were just trying to open up their storeroom to have more stuff in it and they just wanted the space, or if they were, I didn't know what the deal was. If they had
I think it's just because they know nerds will pay a lot of money for it.
I mean, they kind of invented several IPs and franchises that bring them a lot of money, so I guess they know what they're doing.
I mean, the highest bidded item is a mailbox.
I know, man. I want that mailbox.
But a mailbox.
I'm going to put it out in front of my house and dance on it in my undie pants. Collect all the tips and buy buy the spider mount.
It's going to be every bit of it's going to go sky high.
Sky high to people like us, yeah.
Yeah, that's how the auction house works.
I mean, there's a Gorabosh?
Gurubashi? They
It
weren't in the
doesn't
movie.
say Gorabashi. Bleeding Hollow Plans, King Lane's costume, Lorthar's sword.
Oof, Lothar's sword. I could own that. I could see myself having that.
Ooh, Medivh's costume with the stick. Let's see. I'm
Not
gonna
really
link
much
this
for
to our chat
wizardry.
room. Yeah, but that staff's pretty cool. Let's see. I'm looking for.
I like the map of Azeroth.
But the bids are okay right now, actually.
There's still 10
But
days
it just
to go.
started. It just Oh wow. King Lane's battle armor. Wow.
Does it come with the stab wounds? Sorry, spoilers.
Oh damn.
Telling you, man, these Ren
King
kings
Lane's
can't help but get
ring.
killed by orcs.
I mean the asking bid is $1,200 for that, and it's it's beautiful. It's shiny. Wow. Okay.
I want the
Alliance
shield.
Boomstick. There's a few shields on here that are cool.
There are 567 items in total, Sal. Could you go through each one of them?
Oh my god!
Give me a detailed description.
Can I search for mailbox?
Yeah, there's a search up at the
Search.
top.
Mail. Search auctions.
Make sure
Okay,
this
is
it's
a lot.
MAIL. You don't want the other. Well, maybe I don't know what you want. I'm just saying. Surprise search.
I don't think it did
The
anything.
search is not working correctly.
Search is not working. Okay, low to high. Let's go high to low. Let's see what we're really going for. Okay. I don't know if that mailbox thing is true. Unless the high to low isn't working either. It's not. It's not. I don't know how to sort through this site. I don't.
This just in, the auction website is crap.
Medivh's staff is cool. Oh, a Doom Hammer!
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff.
Did Thrall carve a Frostwolf symbol into the Doomhammer? Because it didn't used to be a Frostwolf weapon. Well, in the movie universe, Doomhammer was a Frostwolf, but in the game he wasn't. But now that hammer's got a big wolf head on the side of it. Just saying.
Ooh, an Orc visual effects Blackrock hammer. It is a stick with 2 rubber bumpers. Starting bid's $50. Anybody? $50.
None of these searches work at all. You have to click through 20 pages of crap.
Now I'm thinking of an axe with a wooden handle, but it's not a Warcraft weapon. It's from a different thing. It was
Where's the
axe
handle?
with the
Where's the handle? Find the handle.
the handle.
That made no sense.
The reason that there wasn't a handle nearby?
Yeah.
Because I was just judging off of the actor. I was guessing that the character was drunk.
I drink and I know things.
Yeah. I really got a kick out of him being like 15 feet tall. That was fun.
Yeah, me too. I thought that was. Yeah, you could definitely get shields up on here. There's a lot of shields.
I like shields.
There's a lot of shields,
Horse
and
armor.
like the asking bid is like $50.
As a
on most
human
of them.
paladin, I approve of human shields.
Okay, chat room, like find this damn mailbox. I think mostly what's that? Frostwolf hand axe, that's cool. Horse armor, because I think mostly Barf was just telling stories.
No, it's real. Not like Saskatchewan. It's like really real.
Are you saying Saskatchewan is not real?
Yes.
And there's several like underclothes of Alliance foot shoulders. A damaged foot soldier Alliance shield is rad. A lot of this stuff is gonna. You found it.
Navox. Well, it's the picture of it. Doesn't have any of the bid information, but it's a lovely picture. I would put it out front of my house. That way the mailman knows what's up. Right now my mailbox is a little bit hidden in a bush.
I want the Lion's Pride and dice. Those are pretty cool.
This is a lot of crap. This is a cleaning out the warehouse sale. That's what this is.
And there's playing cards too.
There's 23 pages of crap. Can I just like, oh my, come on.
I found the mailbox. Give me a second.
Oh, I just found it too. If you go by 100s, if you put 100 items per page, and you go to page
I think
5, it's 2/3 the way down, or you just click that link.
$1,200. Oh my lord.
This thing is huge and heavy. It looks like it is made of cement and metal.
Now, I want to know why they weren't playing Hearthstone in the Lions Pride Inn.
I just want all the games that they have.
They probably couldn't get the rights.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me.
They have
Wouldn't
toys.
surprise me.
These, like Silverbelt was saying, like these maps are awesome.
Yep.
Wow.
I think we'll be seeing some of these at BlizzCon.
Agreed.
I think we'll be seeing them.
Do you mean
That'd be
on cosplayers, or do you mean for sale?
No, on people. People will be wearing them,
Mm-hmm.
walking around the con. Be a lot of, blacksmiths, people with boomsticks, stuff like that. It'll be boomsticks mostly because the swords, you can't take them into the con. They won't let you. It has to be like a foam. It has to be a blunt instrument. These
Yeah.
things look too real. But the boomsticks, they'll probably let those go in, and a lot of this stuff.
Oh man, the damaged shields are the best. It's just a bunch of the same stuff over and over. A lot of shields, several crates. Crates are cool.
I kind of like the crates.
But like, oh wow, the sign for the a pub called the Honest Blades or whatever it is. Honest Blades. That's neat. There will be folks with money.
Just remember, they
Yeah.
are props. The boomsticks don't really shoot bullets.
Now you're going to tell me that there
Um,
weren't actually CGI dwarves either.
The weapons
the staff's not
chests
gonna
do
work?
not hold
I
weapons.
want to summon weather. Or whatever Medivh did. Useless turd.
Well,
Crappy
to
wizard.
do that, you have to actually harness arcane magic. You can't just use the pretend staff. It doesn't work that way. You have to harness arcane magic all by yourself.
I'm not an arcanist though, man. That doesn't that's not my bag. If the magic is too purple, I'm not into it. I deal in
Purple
yellow
magic is
magics.
the only
Yeah,
way.
I deal
Yeah,
in yellow magics, man.
that's fake magic.
It's the light.
Like Saskatchewan?
So
It's like Saskatchewan magic.
No, it ain't.
Is that
I learned that
Mhm.
puce is not a green color. Puce is a reddy, purple,
Yeah.
icky color.
Yeah.
I was very mad. Sorry, you said purple magic, and that made me think of how mad I was that puce wasn't green. It's a purpley brown color.
Why did you think it?
I don't know. I just in my head, puce was green. Like that's just puce was green.
You're thinking of puke.
That might be the correlation. Although I just Googled puce, and like the third thing I get is the sexy, gross story of puce, and I'm not clicking on it,
Click on
but
it.
I am curious.
Click on it. Copy the link. Incognito. Go.
Oh no, just right click the link and open in incognito. You don't have to copy the link.
Oh, I forget you can do that.
Don't you have doesn't your mouse have 2 buttons? Selmisis?
What are these fancy two-button mouses?
I did definitely mean to right click on the link, not to actually click on the
Yeah,
link.
Tiber, I'm afraid the mailbox won't work. It is just a prop. I say that because I
Doesn't work. You
remember
mean it
an
can't be used as
interview.
a place to put things in? Because that's what the mailman
I'm
does.
sure
is
you
he-
could turn. I'm sure you could turn it into something that resembles a real mailbox that the mailman would actually use.
Kinda wanna-
Maybe.
I kind of want to develop carpentry and then build a Warcraft mailbox for my home. I stopped kidding about this like 3 times ago. I really do want to do this. I'm going to have the Warcraft mailbox out front, and I'm going to have a Tetris shelf and a pinball machine. And everyone can come party at my house.
Where
Yeah,
would the
I'm having a
pinball machine
memory
go?
of an interview with Patrick Stewart, and he talked about in one of the Star Trek: The Next Generation episodes, he played this flute
Yes.
called
Season
the
8.
Reskin flute, and he played it. I think it's season 5 or 6. Anyway,
Is
he
it that
played
early?
it. Yeah, they only did 7 seasons, so it's actually kind of late. But he plays it. He had gotten it from this planet that he like lived an entire lifetime on, in the matter of just a few moments on the probe scanned him and he went unconscious for a few minutes, and apparently he had this flute, and he was talking about one of the questions he gets the most often is like, do you still play the flute? And he's like, when he answers the question, he's like, don't you understand? It was just a prop. It doesn't even make any sound. It doesn't do anything. And that really broke my heart because I really like that flute.
That is one of.
You're right. Season 5, episode 25. I stand corrected. My bad.
It is one of the most famous episodes of The Next Generation, The Inner Light.
Right.
And wow, yeah, to me that was a really powerful episode.
Me too. When they do the piano thing and he or she jumps in with the piano thing while he's playing the little melody, I'm like, man. And then it broke my heart because he's just like, it's just a prop. There wasn't any music happening. I just put that in later. It's wrong. Somehow that's wrong. But yeah, the mailbox isn't going to really, your mail's not going to show up there in 1 hour or less from Guildies. Not going to happen.
That was wow. I'm just kind of like looking at images from the like that was a it was heartbreaking, and
Winchester says he was shocked to find out that the phasers also didn't work.
I love this conversation.
Next, you're gonna tell me that was just makeup up there for the Klingons. You're a fibber. Listen, this has been a fun thing, but I actually think I probably better bail. It's starting to get a little bit sleepy eyes for me.
Bye,
I'm tired. I'm a
Yeah.
tire man.
Hi,
Can
Chad.
we do a little
Bye,
bit of
everybody.
housework?